In the same way, when farmers bring industrial methods into agriculture and devote huge fields to raising just one particular crop, and it particularly suits the taste of one particular bird, that bird will turn up in huge numbers to feast on it. Waxwings. They love these blueberries, ripening in plantations in Florida, so they come in thousands to collect them. If these assemblies reach plague proportions, then that is no more than a reflection of the intensive way in which man grows his crops. Few other birds can manage to eat these large cultivated blueberries, and indeed even waxwings sometimes have a little trouble in doing so. Crows have become highly skilled at making a living in these new urban environments. In this Japanese city, they have devised a way of eating a food that normally they can't manage. Dropping a nut from a great height onto a hard road does sometimes crack it, but some nuts are particularly tough. So the crows have devised a better way. Drop it among the traffic. The problem now is collecting the bits without getting run over. So some birds have refined their technique. They station themselves beside pedestrian crossings. Wait for the lights to stop the traffic. Then collect your cracked nut in safety. But when people sailed across the sea, they brought animals that by themselves could never have made the journey. This is the small island of Guam that, during the Second World War, became a major military base. Sometime in the 1940s, brown tree snakes from New Guinea appeared here, brought accidentally by ships. Tree snakes hunt birds, and Guam's white eyes, flycatchers and fantails, having no experience of predators, had no defense against them. Today, Guam is an island without birds. Species that evolved here and differed from any elsewhere have now gone for good. Insects and spiders, without birds to keep their numbers in check, have proliferated, and the forests have fallen totally silent. Yet humanity, so often in the past the mindless and merciless exterminator of birds, can sometimes become their guardians. Here, in a remote part of Tasmania, a mining family has become the saviour of the orange-bellied parrot. For years they've been putting out food daily on a bird table, and these parrots became their best customers. A century ago, there were certainly many thousands of this bird here and in southeast Australia. But in the 1940s they began to decline. The cause was probably competition from introduced seed-eaters such as sparrows, goldfinches and greenfinches. Furthermore, 70% of their mainland habitat was destroyed. European cats living wild in the bush also took their toll. Now, not more than 200 survive, and nearly all of them are here during the nesting season. The area is very isolated, but bird-watching enthusiasts are very enthusiastic. They come not only from mainland Australia, but from all over the world to see these rarities. A special observatory has been built for them. And special nest boxes within binocular range have been put up for the parrots. So, although the orange-bellied parrot is still few in number, and therefore a very rare bird, it's seen by thousands, and, for the moment at least, seems safe in its remote sanctuary. Birds were flying from continent to continent long before we were. They reached the coldest place on Earth, Antarctica, long before we did. They can survive in the hottest of deserts. Some can remain on the wing for years at a time. They can girdle the globe. Now, we have taken over the earth, and the sea, and the sky. But with skill and care and knowledge, we can ensure that there is still a place on earth for birds in all their beauty and variety, if we want to. And surely we should.